Hello everyone, this is CJNovo992 and today we're back for another brand new video. Now I say we're sitting here with a brand new video, but it's actually the exact same result as what we had on Thursday night we have on Sunday. Now the level of opposition is slightly different from Red Star Belgrade and Dundee Football Club, but it doesn't matter people, you can only ever beat what's in front of you, and by God, did we beat what was in front of us? Like, honestly, I have absolutely no idea how else to start today's video off without praising that overall team performance. Not even just on the ball and how we moved it, but off the ball. I thought the pressing, the aggression was absolutely spot on today, especially coming from a European high, and we know how that's fluctuated over the last couple of weeks. But for me, people going into that cup quarter final and after watching the game of football, I say we took the European level and we actually translated it into the domestic side of the thing, and when we were able to bring that same level to the domestic side, they could not even live with us, people, because again that could have been anything we wanted today. Some heroic defending, some very good goalkeeping, and some questionable finishing here or there stopped that for being a double digit scoreline. But for me, it's still a double digit freaking performance, so I shout out to every single one of them. I know there was a couple of tweaks and changes, and our record in cup quarterfinals haven't been fantastic, especially when you sprinkle in the cursed purple kit of doom. People that were stacking the decks with the European hangover coming into that game, but honestly there was not even 1 second you went back and says, oh no, there's going to be a hangover, because for the first whistle, the first time we touched the football, you could just see we were taking it for them. And I think taking it for them is the perfect way to summarise this game, because for me, every single person in a Rangers shirt won their individual battle, physically and skill on the ball. And you're always expecting the latter, but the first in there, actually physical, getting amongst it and winning that battle, isn't always a given, especially in Scottish football. But I just thought everyone tonight was really digging in and was willing to throw their body on the line. I thought Sands was absolutely brilliant in the middle of the park. That's 2 back-to-back performances I've sat back and went, aye, he gets it, flung in his body all over the place. His jersey was absolutely mock it. Honestly, everyone else was wearing a purple shirt. He was wearing a brown shirt by the amount of time he just flung himself all the other part. The guy would probably slide tackle a tree if you asked him to. And I thought the way he walked with Ryan Jack in the middle was very reminiscent of Lundstrom and Jack, where you get 2 guys. If you're going to try and go past Rangers, if you're going to try and score Rangers, you have to go by us, that kind of attitude. And I thought it was spot on, and Jacko again just commanding and dominating the game. And that obviously takes me to Calvin Bassey as well. Before we get in to the game recap, that's a 22-year-old man, people, you know what I mean? He's playing in his first full season of professional football in terms of being a starter, and that's the level and the quality that he's putting in week in and week out. And I thought this game especially was maybe the first game I've seen this season where the opposition made it a point of their plan to try and get in heat of that laddie, to kick him, to pull him, to give him wee shoves off the ball, try and get in his face and try and wind him up, because they know they can't beat him physically, so they tried to beat him mentally, people, and the man just stood strong, shoved him out the way and absolutely bullied him. And long may that continue. Once again, Calvin Bassey, you're absolutely sensational. But I think we'll transition into the all game recap now, because I'm just thinking there, the longer you watch today's video, the more you're going to hear these guys' names anyway. So I think we'll transition in, because the start of the game, again, for me, physically dominant, already winning a couple of individual battles, Sands winning a slide challenge, Jacko getting involved, and I went, alright, okay, let's get Sutton going at the other end. And after a wee brightish start with a couple of nearlies, we end up getting a set piece in the 9th minute where Tavernier whips in a worldie, people, an in-swinger this time, lovely, we love to see those bad boys, and it drops right to Big Phil Hollander, and Commander Hollander wins the header. And for me, I still think it's in. I don't know if somebody can correct me or no, but full credit to Ashcroft for Dundee. I don't know how he keeps this out, even though I think it maybe have went behind the line, but even so, man, it's like an overhead kick onto the bar, you're coming back and you're going, oh no, there's the first goal line clearance, but it drops to Goldilocks, people, who's got his hand up, then he drops it and it hits a cheeky wee volley. Connor Goldson volley. There only can be one explanation. He must be in that purple kit, because let me tell you something right now, there's no one deadlier than Connor Goldson, who scores yet again. We're wearing purple, and he's dropping the wee baby celebration in that as well, which is not only like fun and everything like that to see, but massive congratulations to him and obviously of Tavernier. But then you're sitting back and you're thinking, once that marinates into your brain, that's the captain and the vice captain, 9 months after us winning the league, both having babies. sometimes the one-liners write themselves. But anyway, it was a wonderful finish from CB number 1, and he set us on our way, and it was brilliant to see him break the curse as well. We spoke about that in the last game recap, and then when I called it out, someone went ahead and lifted it, so massive thank you, and again massive congratulations. But footballing wise, it set us on the way, and we got the goal that our start deserved. And honestly, after that first goal went in, there wasn't any nerves. Again, maybe we're on that trajectory now where you can see we're playing well, we've got everything going right, because there wasn't oh no where it was a couple of weeks ago. For me, once we slapped that ball at the back of net, it was only a matter of how many, not if, we would add to the scoreline. And that perfectly summarises the 13th, 16th and 20th minute of this game, where it was just quality and quality by Rangers. 13th minute, Goldson picks out a wonderful quarterback-esque pass, drops it inside the box, finds Glenn Kamara, who's made that Arfield run, and it's getting to the stage now where Kamara's playing that well now with a licence to go forward. It's almost becoming the Glenn Kamara role, no longer the Arfield, because you're seeing a game winner versus St Johnstone that makes the goal, that beats Aberdeen, and for me, again, he was very, very good going forward. But this time he knocks it back to Alfredo Morelos, who has a snatch and volley, and it goes just wide. But where that one was off target, the next good bit of play for Rangers resulted on a shot on target, where just 3 minutes later, Tavernier and Ramsey, Tav and Rambo, the combination honestly was getting me going, people. The plums were well and truly plumping, and that's the first time they've pretty much started a game with each other, and the way they would link up and just know where each other are was absolutely encouraging, people. I was going to say fantastic there, but we're not quite ready for that. But 16th minute, Tavernier, wonderful through ball to Ramsey, who's making that run towards the box. His first touch, by the way, go back and watch it, frightening first touch, and his shot from a tight angle at least forces the keeper into a save. But again, that was the first time in the game you went, alright, I can see something there. And within a couple minutes of that first link up, they were at it again, where this is where Ramsey is absolutely brilliant. What he brings here, not only the coolness and the calm on the ball, it's the fact he doesn't need to look up here. He's actually facing the other way, and he does a beautiful reverse pass with the old weak foot. He finds Tavernier, and then he's not just sitting back admiring his pass or anything like that. No, he gets on his bike and gets cycling, people, and he goes, makes a run towards the box. Him and Tavernier combine a game. Ramsey with a wee clever flick, Tavernier cuts inside, and the boy quite clearly extends his leg out, steps in front of Tavernier. It's a penalty kick. The only ones that's complaining are the ones that are sad the night that Rangers won heavily this afternoon. It's a clear penalty kick all damn day, and the man who won it steps up. And you know, sir, I'm still at that stage where I'm a bit nervous whenever Tavernier goes to take a penalty because of that bad run. But if there was ever a spell to just calm everyone's nerves when that man's standing there on a penalty kick, it's the back-to-back Red Star in this one, because oh my sweet 56, people, he stares down the goalkeeper and just rips it. This time, left breadbasket, people, right? He delivered a wee stocking filler on the right on Thursday night. Well, this time he filled the top shelf on the left, and you're sitting back thinking, is that man stole Kamar Roof's penalty stats? Because that is outstanding. That is 2, and Tavernier continues his ridiculous form where he now sits with 42 games played, 12 goals in all competitions and 15 assists. And you're talking about the first goal of the game was his cross that nearly was an assist again. The level that that man is playing at just needs respect, because I'm telling you something right now, I know he can frustrate us and I know we can get annoyed, but we'll never ever see the likes of him again for the right back spot. We just won't. Speaking of never seeing him again, during the penalty build-up, by the way, after Tavernier had sat the ball down, Mullen comes over, moves the ball. He's like standing on the penalty spot trying to get in Tavernier's seat. He's having a wee nip back to a couple of the players. Then Ryan Jack comes over, squares up to him, says a couple words, and you could see Mullen's soul leave the body. Honestly, it was like Shang Tsung was sitting there behind them, just sucking it out, people, and the guy was just like, oh, I don't want none for Ryan Jack. And he went away sulked, and you never heard the man's name the rest of the game. And that actually gives me the perfect transition to Dundee's pretty much biggest opportunity in the game, whereas of course it was a set piece. He's kind of climbing all over Hollander here, but Ashcroft, who was the guy that cleared it off the line, gets on the header, but he knocks it just wide. But aye, that was pretty much it, people. The rest of the game I thought we were defensively very, very strong, and you could see It was just going forward and forward and forward, because 5 minutes after that there was yet another goal line clearance. After the ball kind of ricochets and bounces all over the place with blocks, bodies being flung on the line, it drops to Ryan Kent on the right hand side and he hits a left footed volley that is going in, but once again it's fantastically blocked off the line for Dundee. And I'm getting sad because I hate goal line clearances. And you know what the saddest part, people, that wasn't the only one in the game, but that was pretty much it for the rest of the first half. There was some more good play from Rangers, some gorgeous touches by Aaron Ramsey, and I know some people's been very critical of what we've brought him here for, blah 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 blah, but if you watched that game and you just saw the ball just stopped dead every time he touched it, you could see he's getting his head up. And again, this is his first start pretty much at this level of competition. Can you imagine when he gets a few games under his belt? Can you imagine when he gets up to speed what he could bring our team? That's why we brought the calibre of player for Aaron Ramsey, because you can look at that and say he could be a game changer in the running to turn 1 point into 3, or he'll grab a game by the scruff of the neck, and that's all we need them to do for the rest of his time. We didn't need them to start and score 15 goals. We need them to be a game changer and be someone that can grab points and steal them for Rangers. And from that performance, people, not only in the first half but for the rest of the game, I'm encouraged by what I saw. And you know what? Actually saying encouraged by what I saw gives me the transition back in to the second half for the game recap, because we made a dirty double sub at halftime. That's right, Giovanni made 2 subs at halftime. The end is well and truly nigh, people. But we take off Alfredo Morelos and we of course take off Glenn Kamara, clearly saving them for Thursday night. And on comes Kamal Roof, and Fashion Sakala, where you know you're getting energy for the laddie. And the 59th minute we nearly got a little bit more. I'm sorry for laughing there, but I know what's coming with the actual game recap and it still makes me laugh. But going in to the game recap and everything like that, we just had some gorgeous bits of football again. Switches they play, guys with gorgeous first touches. Anyway, falls to Tavernier, he tries to pick out Kamal Roof, it gets deflected back to him, then Tav just picks out Sakala 7-8 yards out, and then just unleashes a shot. And to be fair, the Dundee defender is coming in with a slide challenge. It deflects the ball upward and it just scones the goalie in the face, people. Like, honestly, in the dish, it looked like one of those scenes for Home Alone where Marv just got it. But aye, there was more positive play just a few minutes later from Rangers, where Kamaru, again, he's just trying to make things happen. He's trying to be a part of Gio's plan, and he's trying to show what he can offer, being the game changer that he is. And what I loved is his industry style of the stuff today. He was getting involved, chasing everything down, showing he can also bring that to his game. Maybe someone's been whispering in his ear or something like that. That's what he needs to add on the park, because he never stopped running whenever he played. And this is all down to his hard work and effort as he chases down. Is it Sweeney here that loses out on the ball? It might be. I might be getting that one mixed up. I do apologise if I am. But anyway, Kamaru nips in, goes to the byline, gets his head up, he picks out Ramsey, who is there, he gets the shot on target, but once again, people, it is another goal line. I'm not even doing the graphic, I'm not doing the counter, I'm sick to death of goal line clearances, especially when it stops me for saying Aaron Ramsey's freaking scored. But aye, get defending. He's proud of yourselves. Now, where we're having fun and everything like that, and everything genuinely couldn't be better. The only potential downer was obviously in the 68th minute of the game, where Ryan Kent looked to pick up a little bit of a knock. And I'm not even mentioned Ryan Kent's name yet, I don't think, in the game recap. But that's not because he wasn't good or anything. In fact, he was the opposite. He was absolutely brilliant. I'm just trying to cut this down for time, people, so I'm not sitting here making 25-30 minute videos, because I could talk about how he was just out there on the left-hand side, dropping Ryan Kent shimmies, doing little step overs. Honestly, he had that move, do you know where he kind of runs in and he twists his body that way, and he's got that such a low centre of gravity, the defender never knew where he was going. The defender was going up and down and up and down. Ryan Kent had this man playing snakes and ladders during a game of freaking football, people. And aye, he was excellent. Unlucky with the goal line clearance, unlucky with a couple of his crosses that Morelos should have done better on. And in the second half, he was very, very unlucky here after more good work from Kamal Roof results. And you know what, before I actually talk about Ryan Kent getting subbed off and everything, see the touch by Kamal Roof here. I think I'm probably not even being the highlights, because there'll be that many they'll probably cut out, but the touch here and the turn to go forward is the difference in that laddie, and that's why he's so good at going forward, because that's a nothing pass with a defender right on him, but his touch is that good, and the movements, just unbelievable that he creates that space, forces the goalkeeper into a very good save. It drops to Ryan Kent at the back post, but Sweeney comes in, throws his body at it, and I think there's a slight collision. There's no penalty or anything. In fact, it's very good defending for Sweeney. But again, that's where the potential blemish on the day could have came. If Ryan Kent was injured or Ryan Kent was hurt, that could have been a sour taste. But from everything we've been able to hear from the manager and everything like that, the laddie is alright. Not only was he able to walk off the park, get the knee wrapped up on ice, but it's apparently just a bruise, which is absolutely frightening, because to anyone else, I think they're out for a wee while, but it just underlines and highlights once again that that man just has monster running through the veins, and I'm pretty sure he'll be starring and shining come Thursday. But to finish off the game recap, there's a couple of other incidents we need to briefly mention, because we need to mention Kemar Roofe. I mean, this is just brilliant. This is just hard work and effort. The way he chases this centre-back down, you can see the centre-back start to nip at people, and you can see his arse collapses for him because he looks like a postie that's getting chased by a dog, and Kemar Roofe nips in, grabs the football, runs down the right-hand side, picks out sakala at the back post. I'm getting ready to give one of these, but I can't do that just yet, people, and neither could sakala, because he went from doing that to that, because it was good, people, as it went 50, 20 yards out of the bar for a couple yards out. I'm looking around, I'm not even want to make eye contact with, because it's awfully awkward, but he'll not be looking back too prettily at that little highlight. And you know, it became the sakala show over the next 10-15 minutes, because that was horrendous, right? Then it went to the sublime, where the ball drops to him for a Kemar Roofe shot. It then just calmly just picks out the top bin, and you're thinking, oh, it must be offside, and it is. What's going to be his story of the game? Is it going to be unlucky with a major miss, or is he going to get that goal his overall performance in the second half deserved? And the smile's starting to grow, people, because not only did we get the sakala goal, Alex Lowry again, the boy wonder, the Rangers Messi. I mean, at least he actually turns up. Messi absolutely ghosted this week. We Alex Lowry got on the park and he done some things, people, and I love the way this goal breaks down, because they give it to him, and then you look at a young laddie, right, again getting his opportunity, and he doesn't just pass it, because there is a 4-on-3 or anything, and there is a couple of spaces. He's not just rushing the pass and saying, right, somebody else take it. No, he gets on the ball and then drives with the football, just gallops and takes it where it needs to go, and then he's got the end product as well, because he's then got the composure and calmness on the ball to perfectly make the pass and make the right decision. Because again, he had Roofe, he had two other players in front. I'm sorry I'm whiffing on who it was, but there was a couple other options he could have went in, but sakala was the right one, and the young laddie made the right choice again. Beautiful ball to sakala, and sakala with a lefty, crossed the goalie, drops a Sue, and that was game, set and match. So buzzing beyond belief. I thought everybody came on and had a moment. I thought Diallo looked promising when he came on as a substitute. Ramsey again got substituted off for Charlie McCann. It was great wee moments getting to see these laddies, and it was overall a very, very good day, people. So that's all I've got to say. I'm buzzing, I'm delighted. If you're talking about man of the matches, I would like to go maybe a Calvin Bassey. I would like to go maybe Aaron Ramsey, because how well he played. But if I'm being honest, Tavernier is playing at such a ridiculous level right now, both gone back and going forward, that it needs to be him yet again. And he was involved in everything. He could have had 4 or 5 assists today if Morelos got a couple of those headers or chances that he got on target and put them away like he could and probably should have. Tavernier's sitting with this 4 or 5 assists in the game. Frightening performance for the skipper, and he continues to lead us at the exact point that we need him. And that's all I've got to say. What about you? Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comment section below. What did you think of the game? What did you think? Aaron Ramsey, who was your man of the match? If you get involved, I will be speaking to you very, very shortly. But until the next video, which will be a preview video, take care of yourselves, everyone. All the best, and bye-bye.